1, 2, 3. This is the Cider Ranch Podcast. I'm Ben.
And I'm Mike.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, and I am a co-host of a podcast with somebody. And I always seem to forget who this person is, because whenever we do podcasts together, he's normally really quiet and he doesn't talk much during the entire show. It's really weird. And for some reason, it doesn't make any sense because, like, there's two of us, but I only hear me. I don't know where this other guy is half the time. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to introduce you to him. You guys probably have never met him before, but his name is Ben. Ben, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I am the other co-host of the Cider Ranch Podcast. I usually like to keep things quiet. I usually like to sit in the back and just kind of go with the flow and not give my opinion one way or the other. So I do appreciate you talking for me.
Have we met?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But there's a third person here today who is equally as quiet. He's not a tall person at all.
He's short.
You know, he never
5'2". 5'2", 5'2", 90 pounds.
Oh my God. Standing at 6'7" in the blue corner.
In the blue corner. Standing in the blue corner versus Mike Tyson. We have in the left corner today, we have one of our good friends, Nick Bridle, who is joining us today for a amazing session of Pathfinder. And we're going to kind of have a fun little session today. Nick is going to do some explaining, kind of give you guys an idea of what we're doing. And we're basically just going to play and we're going to have fun. And that's what it's all about today.
Pathfinder's not about fun. You have this all wrong.
It's not about fun at all. What's it about?
He's gonna be
Character death and crumping up character sheets and getting mad and flipping tables.
He's gonna be one of those DMs that just fucks us every step of the way.
Yeah.
So
That's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
Is like you don't get to just show up and be like, hey, I killed everything. And like everything's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then like what's the point in playing?
That's true.
Like when you're really good at a video game, do you just keep it on like story mode the whole time? Right?
I typically do, actually.
Depending on the game.
Okay, Witcher, I'm really good at it. Blah 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 blah.
Depending on the game, yeah.
But it's not. You don't think it's not hard? It's hard
it's
to not
probably
just
really
follow
hard.
something.
Yeah.
But I just follow the main storyline and it tells me where to go. Isn't that tough? Okay, so Nick, give us like
He has like this item in Pathfinder that just gives him a line where he's supposed to go.
So what you're saying is you like linear progression. You're not an open world guy. You hate open world games.
no, I
no.
do,
You
I
just
do.
admit you hate it. You hate open world games.
No, that's
Games
not
like
true.
Skyrim, Witcher 3 are on the dog shit for you.
No, that's not
You
true.
hate
at all.
those games.
I've never played Skyrim. You're trying to get me to say something I don't want to. I love open world, but I find myself doing a million side quests first.
What's wrong with that?
There's
Because there's storyline that comes out of side quests.
It's true.
Yeah, it's fun.
But
Sometimes you can get sidetracked really easily, though.
The worst part in those games is when you progress way too much in your character, and then when you do a side quest, you get like 1 XP, and it was like, well, that was an hour time wasted.
The only thing that I don't like about open world games is that for me, sometimes it's overwhelming. If I've never played that series or game before, and I go
We're
in
gonna
and
overwhelm him today. Yeah,
Yeah,
No.
Your brain's about to implode.
it's not that I can't handle it. It's just
you can't because you're a simp.
I am a simp. But when you're playing the game and then you're following a path, sometimes it's nice. It's like, oh, you have to go to the house of the ancients. And then it's like, okay, I'll go there. And then it's like, oh, but there's 153 other things you could do before you get there. And it's like,
Yeah.
And
it's
then
like,
I would
okay.
do that. I would do all 153
But-
of those other things.
But for me, it's like, okay, maybe I'll do 3 of them and it's taking me 2 hours. I'm like, oh, but I want to go to the ancients now.
But what if there's gear or something you need that A can move the storyline along so you can understand it more, or B, you get stuff to make the House of the Ancients
Yeah.
easier, or
Some
more fun, or more entertaining, or
some games are good. They do that well.
Yeah.
Some games do not. And games that do it well, I love. There's certain games like that, but some just suck at it.
the one thing I hate about Skyrim is you'll do one of those 152 or 53 things, and you'll just find a book out of nowhere, and suddenly like a quest will appear at the top of your screen, and you're like, oh my God, another one.
Yeah.
It's just like, but I'm okay with talking to someone and being like, okay, like you have to do this, or hey, can you help me?
Yeah.
But instead you just pick up a book.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do something with this book.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
There's a
That.
lot. and then you
That
forget
bugs
about
me.
something that you wanted to do, and it's like,
Yeah. I used to play World of Warcraft back in the day for years, and I got into it for
I get it.
like yeah. And can we just stop recording this now and just end this? And
Nope.
Can we send Nick on his way? Actually, can we do that?
You're on your way.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're
See you guys
gonna
later.
we're gonna keep Nick here because he has cookies and they're really good. They're really good.
Brought cookies. He's
Yeah.
an amazing guest. Okay, so Nick.
wife ever.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
whatever.
Segue.
Shut up.
Anyways,
Okay, so well,
what are
this
we
episode's
talking
already
about?
over.
What are we talking about?
Well, I wanted to ask because I think one of the biggest things, and like I know that you're still learning it, and I know I'm still learning it. So like I watch a whole bunch of D&D podcasts on, well, not D&D podcasts, but I listen to like Critical Role, about like Matt Mercer and that, and the whole voice acting thing. And so D&D for me is something that I've been able to start going through and finding how like the voice actors get into their characters and how he like puts them in different situations and how to get through things. So like you'll know way more than I do. So like what's the difference between like Pathfinder and D&D? Like what is it? Why is it that Pathfinder came to be?
Pathfinder is just a branch offing of D&D. D&D is like the mothership, and Pathfinder is just one of the cruisers that buggered off and is doing its own thing. Pathfinder is still pretty much the same engine. It's just much more complicated.
Okay. So there's more things that you can do in Pathfinder.
Yes. D&D is very, in my opinion, cookie cutter. I'm definitely wrong. People love D&D.
Mhm.
Like my best friend and his wife love D&D.
Yeah.
And Pathfinder, you can do whatever you want. Like, you have a character concept in your head, you can build it. Right? So for some reason, out of nowhere, I was like, hey, like this really cool idea of when I was really little. I'm like, I want to be a knight that rides a dinosaur. You can build that by the book in Pathfinder.
Really?
Yeah.
So it would like fit a mold of a character kind of thing.
Yeah. And you can find the rules, you can find the cool abilities you'll be able to have with that character, but that actually exists in Pathfinder.
The cool thing too is like you were asking us what we want to do for our characters, and I just thought of something. I was like, oh, I want to be this with this, and I just put a couple things, and you're like, okay, and I'm just like, what? There's no like backlash at all. Like not even like, oh, you could do this, but you can't do this. You can't blah blah blah. It was literally like, nope, yeah, that's fine, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And after talking to you this morning before we started recording, you were like, yep, this is your character and this is your mini, and I'm just like, what? Like, how is that? How do we do that? It sounds really cool. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Pathfinder is fantastic. It's also like, in my opinion, like a great like escape. Like you can really get dug into like a really good video game. Like you can really get dug into it.
Yeah.
And it can consume your weekends sometimes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I want my weekend consumed. I'm looking forward to this.
I've done like back in high school, I was that cool kid who hung out in like Spanish class during lunch and like played Magic the Gathering and all that kind of fun stuff. But with my D&D group, and like we would spend like New Year's Eve playing for like 10 hours.
Damn.
And just dick around. Or like Christmas, like my DM would like give us gifts like in game. Like our characters would actually get like a gift.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. I like that.
But it's cool though, because at the end of the day, it's all about having fun, and you find something that you really enjoy, and it's building a community. So you're finding friendships, you're building relationships that are going to last a long time through this game.
Yeah.
Even though it's at its very core, it is a game, but it's so much more than that.
It's dice and your imagination.
Yeah.
No joke.
And everyone has an imagination, even if you're not, if you don't think you do, you'll have it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a path they can take. And
Or people who don't even think like, do you think I would like Pathfinder? Do you think I would like a tabletop? It doesn't even have to be Pathfinder. There's so many other tabletop games out there.
Yeah.
But like, there's people who I know and care about who are like, I don't think I would like D&D or Pathfinder. I'm like, hey, just try it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, sold, done.
It's funny too, because I've always wanted to play D&D.
Yeah.
And sorry to branch off a little bit, but
Okay.
I bought the D&D first one, like that red box one. It's like the D&D
you
original
have the actual like
from like the 70s or something.
Back when I thought it was Satan.
Yeah. But it's that big red box, and it's
Satan.
Yeah, and it's an original role-playing game. And when I opened it up, it looked quite basic, but it still looked confusing. But it was a lot of fun. I got it from Kohl's Books or something, and they were selling it for like $25. But it had the whole set. It was like a D&D starter set. And I had it for years, and we were always talking about it. I don't know, Ben, if you remember, it's going back like 7-8 years.
No, I remember you did buy that because I
10
said
years.
I would be interested in something like that. And then because I remember, I think it had like a couple of minis in it.
Mhm.
It had minis. It had like the rule
I'm
book.
guessing it had a male fighter a gnome druid with a snow leopard,
like an elvish
rogue
ranger, ranger. Yeah.
No, an elvish rogue. Thank you. With throwing knives and stuff. Yeah, that's like the basic.
Yeah. So they have like their basic characters, and then
they're all like probably pre-made, ready to go. You just hand them out.
Yeah.
And one guy gets the DM book, and you just go.
It's so cool.
It's,
how that
works.
It's
pretty sick.
Yeah.
So how did you get into DMing? Because I've always felt bad because I remember that Aaron and I and you and Tash have had some sessions where we played, and then I would actually always feel bad for Nick because I'm here, I'm trying this out. Like a character, like the very first guy I had was he was a rogue as well.
You like stinky stuff.
I do, and I named him Shade. And it was he was like a tiger folk rogue, and so he had a hood. He had his hood up. It's like a a Siberian tiger who had the Assassin's Creed knives coming out of his robes. And I remember because I actually kind of felt bad for you because I was like, well, Nick is creating this world for us, and he's telling us where to go and what things that we can do. But does that ever bore you? Do you ever just want to be jumping on the other side and play?
Sometimes, yeah. But that's when you you take a break, and after a campaign is over, which could take anything from weeks, months to a year or years.
Wow.
There's groups that have been playing since they were in high school, and they're in their mid-50s.
And it's the same campaign?
Probably the same campaign.
So how do they do that? Is that just you get different books and you just continue to build your character? Or is it just the same?
Oh, there's a dozen of these things.
Wow.
And but you also, it could just be slow paced, right? You could start at level 1 and go all the way to level 20. And there are ways to gain experience and stuff like that. Yeah. So
is level 20 the max?
Yes, but then there's also a book of you turn into a demigod, and you have god tiers. You have god levels, and you get more stupid abilities and stuff like that. So that's pretty much when the game ends.
Okay. Yeah,
because you can walk up to let's say a gigantic Titan-sized frost troll.
Yeah,
and you just end its life in 2 turns.
Yeah. And
because you've been playing it. Sorry, bro. Because you've been playing it for so long. Your guy is just literally you've played through your player status, and because you've been him for so long. I mean, if you kind of equate it to a fantasy book or a video game or whatever. I mean, it's almost like your guy eventually will get so many feats and will level up so many times. He's basically on, like you said, god tier status. Yeah. So it's going up to a big giant and just be flick, and he's dead kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know.
I picked the frost troll because that's what we did, and we had just gotten our first tier of god tier, demigod tier.
Yeah,
I think it's a mythic level or something. I forget what the book's called. There's so many.
That is so cool.
And my wife Tash, no joke, supposedly jumped off an 80-foot tall wall, smacked this thing in the face. It headbutted her back up onto the wall. I used my tiger to save her because she was probably going to die on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Because she would land prone and all that kind of fun stuff. And then she, no joke, sat there, brushed herself off, and jumped right back off the wall again.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah. I love being able to jump into it. And I love having a person that you're making your own. And then I want more playing this and doing this and role playing. I want to pickpocket everything I fucking
But
see.
it's fun because then you make those stories.
Yeah.
Right? I will never forget because she wasn't into D&D or Pathfinder, and then no joke, the first session this was okay, I want to make a character, so we just handed her the basic fighter, which none of you guys are basic, which is a little annoying but fun at the same time. And she's okay, I now need a name, which is what you guys are hopefully going to do at some point today. I know a name. Whoa.
Next level.
And she's Bob
the fighter.
Bob the fighter. She made a female fighter, and she's Bob.
Were you happy about this?
She's sitting down rolling dice with me. I was very happy. Yeah. But I'm okay. So we turned it into Bobette at some point. I think it took us 2 sessions to turn it into Bobette. But that was by far one of her favorite characters.
That's awesome. It's funny too, because like you said, it's you're having fun, you're enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
For me, I remember when I was playing video games when I was younger, I took it when I was really young, I took it seriously. I loved it. And I played all the Final Fantasy games, and I still play them regularly today. And whenever I would play them, I would name my characters over Lord of the Rings characters, and I'd be very specific. And whenever I play World of Warcraft, I would be oh, it has to be a really sick name, Elrondor or
Yeah.
Draconian or something. And then at some point, I think when I broke free of that mold and I was addicted to it for years.
Yeah.
And then when I got away from that, when I started coming back to that world, I took it with more of like a humor element to it.
Yeah.
And I can't help but do that. And it's always going to be there now. Like I always want it. I find if I get into it, it's really serious and it will like consume me, but I have to remind myself, okay, I gotta have fun with it too. And like I feel like I throw that in there once in a while.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It sounds like everyone's got a really cool like background to it. That's cool though about you like starting out DMing and stuff and like learning how to do that.
I'm on the same level as you guys. Like you guys are learning how to play. I'm learning how to DM. So it's kind of fun for us both to be on the same level, but yet on different sides of the table kind of thing.
Yeah.
But still the fun part is, yes, I'm the enemy, but like still like I'm also like on your guys' side.
Yeah. I guess there's a fine line between like, yeah, you have to make it challenging for us, but you don't outwardly want us to like die. But like I mean obviously if we get into situations, maybe you are giving us hints throughout the way to be like, okay, well, are you sure you want to go up this path? Like you're
not even
maybe
that.
you're not high enough level yet. Maybe you don't have a piece of equipment that you should have found. Something like that, right?
Just to interject.
Yeah.
I like to do that. Sorry. I'm not that kind of person, but I am okay with running. If you get into a situation, you'd be like, okay, we can't stand our ground. We can't get past. We're going to die if we stand here. Mm-hmm. What do we do? Running is always an option.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us and the audience about like, so what kind of, because like I think people know kind of what Pathfinder and D&D is about. So like what kind of a story like do you have for us? So what's like the main, like, I mean, obviously not maybe time period, but like what is going to be like where like you going to position like Mike and I's characters to like start? Like what is the objective?
One important thing is your characters can't know this.
Right. So we can know this. Ben and Mike can. Our characters cannot.
Cannot. Now, here's my question. Whenever you start a game like this, do you always tell the people playing the game this stuff?
No.
So is this something we should know or no?
You can if you want.
I don't want to know. Because I'll tell you why. Because I kind of want to put my personality into the character.
Okay.
And I feel like if I know it, then I'm going to be fighting that. I'm going to be like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, right. But I already know this. So I can't.
And it's kind of like
I don't want to
judging how it's like dictating how you're going to play.
Yeah. I'd rather just not know.
That's a great point.
I mean, but it's totally up to you. If you think it'd be a better way to know, then let us know. Whatever works. Like however.
It's your guys' game. If you guys want to know like behind the curtain and kind of like what environment you're getting into, by all means.
I think I'd like to know like where we're gonna like start. I don't want to be like, okay, well, your goal is to eventually like, the prototype will defeat the dragon. Like, I don't want to
know that.
No, I don't want to know any of that kind of stuff. But I think that it's kind of cool. Yeah, like I want like it would be cool for me, like like in games, like even in video games, like I love just being like, okay, Nick, like can my guy sneak around to see are there any like shops nearby that I can get into? Like could I go and like and talk to a shopkeeper and then like pickpocket him and try to get out of there?
Yeah.
Will a guard be alerted to my presence? That kind of thing, right? Like I love that shit.
That guy.
I am.
He is gonna be.
I love it because that for me gets me right into it. Nick rolls the first D20 and
15. Not bad.
No.
You find a big key.
You find a what?
A big key.
Oh,
for all of you in N64 Zelda reference.
Oh yeah, I never played Zelda. You guys.
There
you go. Guys, I never played Zelda. They're gonna hate me.
How have you never played Zelda?
You haven't watched Venom. Do you want to get on this?
I haven't seen
you want to get on this level?
I haven't seen Venom. I actually almost rented it. Oh, actually, we're talking about renting it this week, so I might rent it tonight or tomorrow.
Solid. Tom Hardy, when are you coming on the podcast, man?
I will be here. Whoa, what the fuck? How did he get in here?
Just hear mumbling.
So the reason why I bring that up, A, yes, I have done my homework. B, you can make a symbiote in Pathfinder.
Okay.
What kind of a character would that be?
It's a summoner. You summon a venom-like creature, and you can meld with it.
So when you say symbiote,
So,
like I can fuse with this character?
Yes.
Like in Dragon Ball Z when they fuse?
Yeah.
Like a fusion.
Yeah.
But when I fuse, can I ever unfuse?
Yes.
Okay, that's the cool shit on the planet. Is it like will you okay when I fuse
Mike's
though,
like, I want to be that now.
yeah, okay, but when I fuse,
But he doesn't know what a symbiote is, so how can he?
Well, he knows the Venom story. He just hasn't seen the movie.
don't tell me. Well, I'm gonna watch Venom tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Is Venom? It's a bad movie, right? Like
Yeah,
two
it's
out of 10?
absolutely horrible. I'm bashing you because you shouldn't watch it.
The weird thing though is like everybody was saying it was bad.
You know what? With the reviews, and I know we're getting off track. We will come back to Pathfinder. One quick more side.
There's so
more side.
many sides.
There's so many sides. But like, I watched like Eurovision, that stupid Will Ferrell movie with like the singing movie. It got shit on in the media. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought that there were so many awesome parts to it. So like critic reviews, they don't mean shit.
Whenever I look at reviews now, it's like I don't look at the critics, I look at the audience score.
Yeah.
So like sometimes the critic score will be at 12%, audience score 95. You're like, okay, it's going to be a good movie then. Because I'm not going into it going, oh, I don't like the way the storytelling was structured in Act 3. Like, no, I don't care about that. I want to be entertained in a movie.
I think some movie critics just try to like make the most stuffy news article and use big words to make themselves sound good, and like maybe this is their big break from someone going, wow, they used big words, but they didn't talk at all about the movie. When
unfortunately in reality it's like a dying. Like, do people really care about that anymore?
No one gives a shit.
I think the only two critics that really mattered were like Roger and Ebert, and like when they stopped. Like, I used to read the reviews in the province newspaper in BC all the time.
Yeah,
but now like it's the internet. Nobody cares about that anymore. You just go on Rotten Tomatoes.
I agree.
Anyways, we were sidetracked.
It's okay. It happens.
We apologize. If you have any concerns about this, please feel free to file this up with our management.
Yeah. Your complaint file's already full.
Is this the end of the line for me?
Roll a d20. No kidding.
Hold on.
D20.
Okay. Hold on. If I roll a 20, is it the end of the line or is it good for me?
Depends on what you want.
Okay, so
is a nat 20 a good or a bad thing?
Okay, let's say nat 20, I get fired, and nat 1, is that right? Nat 1. If I roll a nat 1, 1 to 10, I stay on the job, and the closer I get to 10, the more longer of a suspension I get.
This is a weird way to roll a d20, but sure, go ahead.
And if I roll 11 to 20, then I get fired, but like different increments. If I roll like
a 10,
if I roll a nat 20, the cops will come like arrest me and take me out of the
You'll get swatted.
Yeah. Okay, you ready? I'm really nervous.
Immediate knock on the door.
Okay, ready? 12.
Well,
it was really nice.
It was nice knowing you, Nick. Ben,
take it easy. Yeah, it was good chatting with you.
Okay.
And that concludes for Okay, Nick. So where should we get
normally
started?
A 1 is a really bad, and 20 is really
it's good. Okay.
But we'll work on that.
Okay, sounds good.
Where should we get started?
Okay. So you guys gave me the character concepts that you wanted.
Yes.
Right.
So Mike, what did you give me as kind of the spitball? I want to be this. What was it?
So from what I remember, I wanted to be like a dwarf, like a really stocky, strong dwarf with the ability to to be really strong and to have the ability to summon monsters or large creatures or some sort of like steampunk-esque type thing, like a really large type creature, like just as big as I can get, like, and to the point where it's almost stupid. Like you have this small, like stocky little dwarf that's huge, and he's probably like always drinking and always hammered, and he's like slurring his words, and everybody's having a good time.
I see some con saves in the future.
And then all of a sudden, just like, by the way, and he's like, got this massive dragon. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Nobody expected that.
That's just summoning monsters in a tavern while he's absolutely hammered telling a story.
Yeah.
He might get arrested first.
He might.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun with my guy, and a big gut too, like a big gut.
Just massive.
Oh yeah,
and a really undersized like undershirt. Stained from beer and ale.
Yeah, but like massive arms. But he hides them in his shirt. Yeah.
But like you still wouldn't want to fuck with him.
Like, you wouldn't want to fuck with him. Yeah. You'd want to party with him, but you wouldn't want to fuck with him.
Drog the partying dwarf.
Better take that down. That's a name possibility.
Oh,
Drog.
Ooh, I've got a couple good ones.
With names today.
Well, unless you don't want to have a name, your character can just be nameless.
I got a couple good ones. I'm gonna write a couple.
No, it's too many letters.
Nameless. Just like I forget that. I think it's a Krogan in Hold on, wait for it. Commander Shepard, Xbox 360, Mass Effect. Test tube baby comes out and he's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Grunt. I am a grunt."
Weird.
That's
That
the
was
one.
his name.
That's the one name he knew was Grunt.
Grunt.
Weird.
That's
Maybe-
insane. I got a couple names. I could go
Okay.
back to my WoW
So
days.
Sick.
your character concept that I pulled out was actually one of the characters that I have in a long character list that I haven't played yet.
Right.
It is called a synthesis summoner.
A synthesis summoner.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that plant cool synthesis stuff
Yeah.
summoner, where you get your wish of being able to summon stuff. You can summon like smaller, like there's a scale per what level of spell you want to use. You can summon like small animals to like a horse to probably like a rhino and like elephants and something bigger.
Yeah.
But your main summon thing is like a biped, diesel punk, steampunk mech.
Jesus. How
Yeah.
big is this thing?
That's sick.
In game, it is 15 by 15 feet wide. It is 3 square by 3 square, which is classified as huge in
That's
this game.
massive.
So you could say that you're 15 feet tall too, but you're bipedal. So I'm guessing you're closer to like 25.
Jesus.
And you carry a greatsword, which is 2-handed. I have this all written down, but you can keep notes too. That's fine with me.
Okay.
And I also gave you a 2-handed, like, I'm not sure how to describe it, but like Gatling gun.
Oh my god, so sick.
So
Okay.
you are a Gundam Titan mech warrior, whatever the hell you want to call it.
That is so sick.
And it has 2 firing options. You have like a shotgun option and like a semi-automatic option.
Oh my god.
But you will have to pay for ammo, and you'll have to like make ammo. You'll have to like,
Okay.
you have to do that.
So I'll be like a blacksmith kind, not a blacksmith, but like something similar to that.
Yeah, you could be whatever you want to be.
Okay.
There are professions in this game. Like,
Okay.
you can craft stuff. You can barter for stuff. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want.
So do I just have like at all times? Do I have like the sword and the gun just like on my back, and I could just like pick one?
On your suit. So when you
Oh.
summon your suit, it's equipped with those weapons.
Now, so I have the ability to use a sword, a gun, and I can summon.
Yeah.
Is it strictly summoning? Can I use magic in any way, or just summoning?
Yes, that's on the to-do list.
Oh my
There's still
God.
some more spells for you to pick.
Oh, this is so
So-
sick.
Sweet.
Your character is physical damage based,
Okay.
and your suit is physical damage based. Your character is like the Omni tool. You are like the Swiss Army knife.
Oh my god.
You can do like cast cool spells. You can do cool things.
Yeah.
You have a possibility of buffing other people and making them stronger.
Oh,
and more
I'm a-
decks,
100%.
stuff
If
like that.
if Ben and I become friends in the game, and that's a strong if, I will consider
So-
buffing you.
Just like have totally opposite like viewpoints. It's like not even. It's not even like Mike and I's campaign.
So
I'm pumped.
I picked like maybe like 80% of your spells for you.
Okay.
But there's still like certain levels you can I'll let you pick and choose what you want to be.
Cool.
So like the next time when we get together, we'll have like the character sheets where we have all that stuff written down, kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
thing. Okay,
Oh
sweet.
yeah. I got them 80% done. I
Okay.
just like you guys have to roll dice and add stuff, and I want you guys to actually to have input on your own characters.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Okay, so Ben's character, I have him pretty much done too, but he needs a couple of other options. So what did you give me, Ben, for your spitball?
So I wanted to be like kind of a roguish kind of thing because I like the whole sneaky aspect of things. And I wanted to kind of change it up where like I could be like kind of a bit of like a fencer, but at the same time like use knives and things like that, and maybe like some type of a range attack because I could maybe have something like that, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So I wanted to be
It's Pathfinder. You can have everything.
That sounds sick.
so I wanted to be
And
a
lose
half
everything at the same time.
a half kobold, half dragon character. So like a kobold is kind of like a lizard, kind of like a lizard folk-esque character, but then also half dragon, because there's kind of some cool feats in there. I think that there
Yeah.
are. So
It's a pretty cool character concept.
Yeah.
So the character class that I gave you was called a swashbuckler,
right,
which is pretty much like a Three Musketeer fencer with some really stupid abilities. which I love. And it's pretty much right down your alley, which can still be sneaky. It's not like the main class, the main thing for Swashbuckler, but instead of, because mainly sneaky characters, when you're like seen and not sneaky anymore, you're kind of screwed. So your character is not screwed. You would walk up and like assassinate your target, and instead of like running, you'd be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right?
Ready to go again.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So instead of like killing your target and like using like a bunch of like acrobatics to like get out the window that you came in on, you'd stand there and fight through the guards, or you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't
Taking waves, probably. Be able to take waves.
a couple waves.
Some not, but not like to the point where like if they're getting beefy with armor, that's not my guy's like strong suit. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So are you guys ready to start doing like actual D&D stuff?
I'm ready.
100%. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. So Ben, since we're on you,
Yep.
your hit die, so the way we figure out your character's health is a D10.
A D10.
Do you know you don't know dice yet? We'll get there.
Okay.
Ben, show me what a D10 looks like.
Where is
Where
the
is this one?
D10? Not the D12, I
That's
think.
a D12. So a D, when it comes into figuring out that stupid thing, yes, that is a D10.
Yeah.
Okay.
D just means dice, and the number after just means how many sides are on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you mainly use a D20. That's pretty much what you use to like do stuff. If you want to do anything in game, it's a D20. When it comes to the other things, that's more specific, like damage or figuring out how many projectiles are shot out of something, or stuff like that.
Cool. Okay.
So I have these really cool numbers spreadsheets out here, which you guys will be getting at some point. And if you guys want to post them, you guys can.
Cool.
But then
Sweet.
Oh,
people
we
are,
definitely will.
then people are just gonna like judge me on my sheet, but it's okay.
Hell no. I mean, I will.
So you are level 14, Ben.
Okay.
Sorry, level 13. So you're gonna roll it 12 times, and you're gonna add 1 to each roll, because your Constitution modifier is +1.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the D10 12 times.
12 times.
What is it? Sorry, what does this give you? Give him at the end?
His health. His
Oh,
health
okay.
bar.
Total.
Total.
So it'll be
Grand
like,
total.
let's just say like 200. So he'll be like a 200 health.
200.
Okay.
health.
Cool.
Okay, so
Which
I'm gonna.
I really hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Okay, so we're going to. So I'll write down each of my rolls, and I'm
Yes.
doing this 12 times. Or
Now,
10,
the
12
reason
times.
why I said 12 and not 13 is because for your first level, you get the automatic 10.
So I'm already at.
You're
10
already at 11 because
already
you get
11.
11 or 10 plus 1
because of the
because
Constitution.
of the Constitution.
What is
Okay.
the Constitution? What does that mean?
Constitution is like not strength, but like how often you get sick. Can you handle seeing like blood on the ground? Can you handle poison?
I think
You
it's
know what
almost
I
like
mean?
internal strength.
It
It's
sounds
internal.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
like
it sounds like resilience.
Yes.
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 Perfect.
Is it the
That's
same thing?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to put
So
it.
there is like a physical strength stat.
Okay.
But there's also like an internal strength stat.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what are some like characters? Like what are some like I guess races or classes that have high Constitution in games?
Barbarians,
So barbarians would have like high Constitution.
high constitution. They
Yeah.
go like strength con. They don't care about armor. They don't care about dex.
No
they don't care
intelligence.
about intelligence.
They rage and they go nuts.
They rage.
Yeah.
They walk up to you and punch you in the face or hit you in the face with something really, really big.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And those characters are fun to A, play because
Yeah.
it's really easy, and B, they're fun to role play because like how often you get to role play like an angry giant idiot that
Yep.
just wants to hit stuff.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I feel like somewhere down the road too that would be really fun. Like I feel like it wouldn't be my guy wouldn't be like making decisions, but he'd be like,
Yeah.
I go hit, bleh, and like
Yeah.
just go like hit
Doing
something.
like a whole like Hulk thing.
Totally, yeah.
So that's where I have the fun because like again I have a list of characters that I want to play.
Yeah.
I have like a fighter that kind of dips into barbarian who kind of like has trouble dealing with his emotions. So when he gets mad, he breaks stuff.
Mhm.
And then I have an actual barbarian who like doesn't give a crap about like holstering her weapons or like if someone says like you have to give us your weapons to pass,
Yeah.
she'll just look at you and be like, no. And then like I don't know how to describe it, but she would like drag her weapons behind her, like she just doesn't care.
That's cool.
She doesn't, yeah, and she's like, because another thing as well that we would need to be thinking about, and I think this is just so cool to chat about this, that we're having a podcast session about Pathfinder. It's so cool because we can talk about this, is like and I think you'll know this as well because I've been looking at it too. Is like if Mike and I are going through a place or our characters or whatever, like are we alerting people to our presence? Are we doing something? Because like with your barbarian concept, they wouldn't give a fuck what they're alerting. Like
Exactly.
they would be walking perhaps through like a guard, like a whole bunch of like a bandit's hideout in the forest with two fucking huge cleavers behind, and it's like he's like, shut up, we're trying to be quiet here, and they're just like don't care, like just getting ready for it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling this 10 times.
12 times.
12 times. Okay, so I'll write them down, or are you gonna write them down when I do it?
You can write them down and just tell me the total after. I trust you.
Okay,
I'll write them down for you.
okay. Roll 1,
God.
2.
Okay.
Fuck.
So 3
Right. So, okay. 1
plus 1.
4.
So 5.
Come on, Benny. 2. This is a 10-sided die, by the way. I'm just getting fucked on rolls. 6. 8. Here we go. Some better rolls here. 6. Another better roll. Nope. Actually, that was a. I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9.
So you see how it's triangle, Ben?
Yep.
If make the pointed like where my fingers are, not where my thumb is.
Yeah.
Pointed up.
Okay, so that's a 6. Okay. 6.
And that's how you tell what direction the number is facing.
Okay. 4. Illegal roll. 1. Come on, man. Getting terrible rolls.
How many
more
is
do
that
I
so
have?
far, Mike?
You're at 8.
So 4 more rolls.
4 more rolls.
4.
9,
6.
10.
Oh, that's a 10.
Is it?
That's a 10 when there's nothing on it. That's a 10, right, Nick?
Yeah, that's a 10.
Let's go. My first 10. I got one more, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
And my last roll.
3.
I really like that too.
So you want me
Okay.
to add them up?
Do the math.
8, 11, 18, 27, 34, 39, 41, 46, 53, 64, 67. You guys can double check the math if you want, but I got
67.
I think you got it.
Oh, goodness.
So 67 HP.
78.
78.
That's pretty good. That's not bad, Benny.
That's
So
that's
you're-
a lot more than what I see, I think.
So you're 78 HP. Cool.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, 12d10, right?
Yeah.
Plus 1. It's an average of 6 per roll.
That's That's not that's
So
all. You're above.
13
I would say that's
yeah.
like better than.
Because 12 times 12 would have been 144. So another 13 would have been like 150. So I'm like right in the middle.
Yeah.
So those are decent. I got my first couple rolls were really terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. It happens. Welcome to Pathfinder.
Welcome to rolling in general for Ben.
Okay, Mike,
Oh, sweet. Okay.
you get to do this twice.
Just 2 times?
No, I mean, you get to do what he just did twice.
Jesus. Is that because my character is
A summoner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you're also building your suit at the same time, right? So your suit is actually a separate character from yourself.
Oh, so
Your suit has its own stats. Your
Okay,
suit has
cool.
its own abilities. So technically, we're building 3 characters here.
okay. Cool. So the first roll, will that be my dwarf?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can pick. Do you want to do your dwarf or your stupid cybernetic diesel punk, broken, cleaving, great swordish?
You worried me with the word broken in there.
It can be broken.
Damn.
You're just gonna have to come up with things that are gonna make it hard on us.
Let's go. Okay.
Just like another synthesis summoner that summons a suit.
So excited.
An evil,
Just like a
evil doppelganger.
Have you seen a lot of these? Like, is this character played a lot? This type of character?
I had no idea. I started playing Titanfall, and this idea just jumped at me. And then actually, my brother was like, "Hey, like I started playing this character, and it's really cool."
Yeah.
And the way that I would love to play it is like, yeah, you have a suit.
Yeah.
But like, rather than bashing stuff, how else can you use a suit of armor in combat, right?
Yeah,
like, the idea of like you guys can like in game ask like, what do I see and stuff, but like I'm going to give you options like, hey, there's like a precarious like a water tower above you. I'm sure if you knock like 3 out of the 5 legs off of it, it'll fall off and cause a distraction for you guys to run. Or like, hey, there's shacks to your left. You could just bowl through them and they'll fall and like you'll create a door, right?
Yeah.
So there's more ways to use a giant suit of death than just whacking people in the face.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
So that's what I'm excited for, and that's what I built it for.
Awesome.
So
So I'll if you're cool with it, I'll do the HP for my guy, the dwarf first.
the dwarf first. Okay, so you're gonna roll a D8.
Okay.
12 times plus nothing. Because you have no constitution modifier.
Is this it? That's a D8 right there.
A D8 is 2 pyramids ass to ass.
Cool.
This is a pyramid. Put 2 of those together, you get a D8.
Awesome. Sounds good. So I have to roll how many of these?
12 of them. The first one is 8 automatically. So I can write this down for you if you want.
Ben, why'd you do that?
So your first one's 8.
Okay.
Roll 12 more times.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
This is for my HP?
This is for your health bar. 3.
Oh, so it doesn't do like the +1?
No, you do not have any constitution bonuses. You are a more charismatic and wise character. So your strength is up here.
Okay.
Not up here.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Rolling pretty good.
There's an 8. Still average.
Yep.
Oops. Illegal roll. Illegal roll. Damn, that was an
Oh
8.
my god, you did 7 and an 8. And that's
Oh,
gonna be a
Another
7.
7.
Two,
It's rolling really good.
This will be number 6. You only have 1 below average.
I know. Oh my god! Wow.
And I have one more?
2, 4, 6. You're on 7, so that's
Okay.
what, 5 more?
Oh, right. Okay.
There we go.
Nat 1. Nick makes him take off half health.
Come on, give me an 8. 4.
You already have 2 8s. You have 2 5s.
I want another 8.
I know you do.
Uh-oh. Here come the bad rolls.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2 more.
2 more rolls.
Here comes a 7.
Oh,
this is
no.
bad.
1, 4, 2, 1.
more. Maybe blow on it to give you a little bit of luck.
Kiss, kiss.
Hey!
Oh! After all that, I roll a nat 1.
Hey!
The last 5 rolls, you had 3 natural ones.
That's bad.
I think that averaged out at what, like a 4? A 4.
9.
You have more
13.
better rolls, though. Actually,
I had a couple 8s though in the
Mhm.
beginning.
Jesus.
Is it bad?
I just can't do math.
'Cause it's so low.
9.
Sorry, I can only go past 10.
I can't count that much.
yeah, of course.
God.
I have to go.
Tune in next time when we're still not normal.
Oh God.
Bro, try these. By the way, we're eating candy, and
That's not helping.
I've eaten so many of them.
I don't like the black licorice. I like the
How
yellow.
about this? Just
green,
have
red.
one,
No,
and just
I don't like it.
why?
It's gross.
Okay, a
Weird.
little awkward now.
Weird smirk.
Might have to leave.
Okay.
I don't know.
50
You?
on the dot.
Is that good?
A D8, so an 8-sided die times 12. You tell
8
me.
times 12 is 76, so 50
That's
is
okay.
76. That's above average.
No, it's not 76. It'd
Yeah.
be no, it's more than that. It's 8 times 12 would be 72. It wouldn't be 76. Or yeah, 72.
Oh, 64. It's actually
so gross. Okay.
No, it's 96. 8 times 12 is 96.
No.
Why is this so hard?
Wait.
8 times 6 is
No,
48.
you might
times
be right.
2 is 96.
No, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah, yeah.
See, we're all doing this without calculators, and the DM is going to keep his mouth shut while the math's happening.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
It's 96.
It's
It's
breaking.
96.
He's breaking.
12 times 8?
Yes.
It's 92.
No, it's
I
not.
just did it. Come. It's 92. It is 96. I was just trying to get a reaction.
The answer is actually 42, and
Didn't
you're
guess
both
it.
wrong. Okay.
And
It's always 40.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Galaxy.
The
Okay.
smoke show.
You ready to have some more fun?
Yes.
Now you get to do the same thing with the D10,
Oh, okay.
but you get to add +5 to every roll.
Oh, I like this for my
This
suit.
is for
This is for a suit.
Okay, this sounds dope.
It's this one over here that I had waiting for you.
Oh, sorry. Without
Unless you want something else. That's a D12, I believe.
this is a D10.
That's a D10.
All right, I'm down. So with
So
this,
your first one's 15 right off the bat.
okay, that's cool. So when I roll,
Yep.
if I hit like a 10, is it just 10 or do I add plus
Nope.
1 to it?
Plus 5
To every roll?
to every roll. Your suit is a suit of armor with a giant health bar.
So this could, and I have to do this 12 times.
This is gonna be a
12
massive.
times.
So this could be over 200.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
It's because I've already got 15.
Yeah.
And then I got to do 12 now. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I'm so pumped. Plus 5, Jesus. Oh, 7.
Not when you roll a 2.
Starting off with a 2, but that's good. The last time, maybe I'll go back a bit. I know what I just said.
Ben rolls.
9.
That's a good roll.
That's a
There you go.
15. All right, I got weirdly excited there. Why did I get all excited?
Because it is exciting.
Illegal roll.
Oh yeah, sure. Roll a 3 out there and then roll a 7. in
That's
here.
good.
That's fine.
It's a 12.
I see how it is.
Can I tell Mike's gonna be rolling better than me when we keep doing this?
It's not hard to roll better than Ben.
Thanks.
I'll give you that. How many am I at now?
You're probably halfway.
Yeah. Ooh.
6.
Only one above.
Oh, it's a
average on
6.
the D10.
I thought it was a 9.
No.
Fuck.
Boom. You're getting better. Okay.
7 plus 5. It's a good roll. Natural 1.
3 more.
Okay. These are garbage. Come on, give me another 10.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, that's not bad. 8. And then one more?
One more.
Okay, I'll take it.
You have to.
So walk us through the checking out the boxes. Why are you doing that? Or click here or like come.
I'm just doing math over
Clicking.
here.
Nick, why are you clicking? He's writing on paper, Ben.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why are you?
No, so I'm a very visual person and I'm really bad at mental math.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys are able to like pull those numbers out of your ass, it's actually really impressive.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just make it up half the time.
So
I, like that
I
you're-
was the kid in like high school that like my dad got me like a pad of graph paper, and like that's what got me through like grade 8 to 10 math.
Mm-hmm.
Was like graph paper and like every number and like equation, or what do you call like a plus minus symbol? Like every action, every symbol had its own like grid. So like I would go through like a normal page for like one question. So
Okay.
I'm just that guy.
I'm like visual that way too though.
Yeah.
I'm very visual too. I have to write stuff down. If I don't write it down, I'm not going to memorize it.
What's up with you in memorizing stuff?
Not memorizing. I mean like retaining it. If I don't write it down, I won't retain it as well. Not memorizing. I'm not good at memorizing stuff.
I'm not a memorizer.
I'm not. Oh,
okay.
I'm good.
I still love you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Honestly, if you play your cards right,
Where's this going? I don't.
Nick, if you play your cards right, you might have yourself a wild night tonight, my friend.
It's getting hot and heavy at 11 in the morning on a Sunday.
Where you're taking this?
I don't know either, but I'm
Do you need more coffee or less coffee?
more.
More.
Yeah.
I got some Coke. I can put that in there.
You have Coke?
Yeah.
Like cocaine?
No, a pop.
Oh, no, then no.
Jesus.
If it was cocaine, I would have said yes.
Don't know where you're going. Okay.
Jeepers.
119 health for your suit.
Wow.
That's good.
It's okay.
Oh,
And how much was his character? How much health does his character have?
His character,
57 or something? Or 50?
50 on the dot.
So you have a total of 179 health altogether.
If I put the suit on.
If you have the suit on.
But here's my question to
No.
you.
Or is it combined?
If his suit is dropped below 0, it is unsummoned. It disappears.
So do I have to wear the suit to summon things?
No, you can summon normal like
Oh, really?
ancestral angel like things normally.
Cool.
But if you
Okay.
wanted to summon stuff to like punch stuff in the face, like you want your suit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you can role play it however you want.
Cool.
Sweet.
Maybe it's not something you walk down the street with.
Okay. Like with a suit? Like
Just
a,
like causing
Well, like just
massive
picture
holes
like
in the
you're
pavement.
like 56 in Highway 10, right?
and I'm like 15 feet tall.
You're a townhouse-sized suit of armor walking down.
So
the
like,
street.
am I wearing? Is the suit like the mech?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
so
you would summon it.
Oh.
And it would like put out its hand, grab you, shove you into its chest. You would like meld into it. Be like that cool, like the thing would like meld over your arms, and then you would be inside its chest.
Stop
operating it.
This is so cool. Yeah. Okay,
that's how I see it.
When you said suit, I initially was like, oh, like I put it on and then I can summon. But this is way cooler. Mm-hmm. So like I have to summon the suit. Yeah. And then it's like, wow, hey, come with me.
It takes you 60 seconds to summon normally.
Okay.
Which every round is 6 seconds long. So if you do the math, it takes you 10 rounds to summon it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But when you summon it, you get this giant mech of death.
Right.
So it kind of evens out.
That's cool. All right, I'm in.
And also, like, if you're going into like a dungeon and you know there's bad things on the other side of a door, you can just be like, I summon it. Okay, we're not going to sit here and wait for rounds. You just summon it, it appears, you jump in it, we go.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of thing, right? So there's times where you can hit like fast forward, and there's times where you need to be like, okay, roll initiative, and we're going in initiative order.
Yeah.
So this sounds sweet.
Okay. So we kind of skipped a little bit of a step, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Your characters need names.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't have to be right this second.
Oh, we're going to think of names.
But your characters need names.
Okay.
Well, my guy...
Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say my guy is like... I kind of... Because you were also chatting about like backstories. And I was kind of thinking of my backstory where like... Because my guy is like half kobold, half dragon. Maybe my guy's backstory is kind of like he's misunderstood at the same time, and I feel like he wouldn't talk very much. I always overthink this stuff. Like he doesn't he doesn't have like a lot of time to maybe put his thoughts in, so he doesn't like chat a lot. But when he does say something, it's like people are listening to it.
He's like the one line punchline kind of a guy. He doesn't say much, but when he does,
it holds weight. Everyone listens. Everyone's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Exactly. Like, you know the part in the Fellowship of the Ring where Strider is sitting in the back of the bar and he's smoking and he's got and he's shrouded in like secrecy.
That's what I picture. Ranger in Pathfinder starts. I'm gonna be that guy hiding in the corner with the hood over my head.
Why does he have a hood?
Damn it, Strider.
He's probably a ranger. Yep. What did he say? Strider was like, "That is not what it says," or something. What did he say?
I think it started off with like, "This place is dangerous for you," and like no one knew who this guy was.
He's like, "Who are you?" And he like goes forward, and you can like see his face. It's like, what the hell? Sketch. Takes the hood down.
Are you afraid? Yes, not nearly frightened enough. I love that part.
But I'm taking the hobbits to Isengard. Anyways,
names. Okay, I don't. No, I feel like I don't want to be like, oh, well, I want to call my guy Drake because that's a dragon. Like that's dumb.
You think of
I want to be like,
think of something sick.
Draconia.
I thought of something like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, how about this? Okay, so this is good. So your character is stealthy, right? So you're like
stealthy-esque. He is just as good standing there holding his own ground.
Yeah. And
he can stealth at the same time.
Okay, so your character is like
Silas.
Silas?
Done. My name is Silas.
How do you spell it?
Silas. Because it's kind of like it's mysterious.
Silas.
I thought of a salamander when I thought of it, and I thought like, oh well, Silas the salamander. But at the same time, Silas can be kind of good or bad. Done. That's what I'm calling him. I don't want to like think too hard about it. That's what I'm sticking with.
My first character I made, a lizard folk, two-handed fighter, called him Zeus.
Zeus. That's cool.
I like the name Zeus.
Was he Zeus like half brother?
He turned into a god, but nowhere near like the god of thunder and all that kind of fun stuff. But like he also had like the tongue thing. Like I actually role played him like the tongue thing. So obviously you can't say S's as a snake, right? So Zeus. Done.
That's sick.
Yeah. Okay, Dwarf Man.
So I've got an idea of what I want to call it. I have the name in my head. I know what I want to call him. But I'm not sure if I want to go with this name or if I want to add like a humorous element to it because I like the name Odin.
Okay. But
do I go with Odin or do I go with like, do I make it a little bit more relaxed? Because Odin to me sounds sick. And it sounds like I just picture like this like dwarf dude, like Odin. Hey, it's Odin over there. Like, what the fuck? Like Odin Oakenshield or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do I go with Odin? What do you guys think? Or should I?
If you like Odin, go with Odin.
Like Odin?
I'll always picture a nice and cuddly boxer dog.
Yeah.
When I hear you say your name.
Oh, really?
Odin, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Which is not a bad thing.
Or I can go something funny like Ernie or something
Ernie.
like that. Like Ernie.
I like the Odin.
Like Nick's like
I like
Nick's
the
like
Odin.
Nick's like stick with Odin.
Stick with Odin.
I can-
But like I like that second part that you had like Odin son of something or Odin
Yeah.
something shield.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that style of like names. Like I've built a knight and I was like Harris Alistair, son of this. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
going into that part, I love that style of like history, that kind of stuff. Because
Yeah.
then that really gets you into it. Because as soon as you introduce your character, it's like, hi, I'm Odin, son of this. I'm Odin, shield breaker of the Long Fang clan. Like you can really get into it and give yourself a name and a title.
I'm gonna do something like Odin something like drinker of craft beer. Or it's not maybe,
Drinker of fire breath.
drinking a like mead, like something like I'll do something like that.
Mead Slayer, like
yeah. The mead slayer. Did you say meat slayer? No, I mean like drinking mead
Mead
quickly.
I
Slayer.
mean,
Like
I drink a lot.
Like I can down a lot of liquor. I'm gonna go with Odin. Odin.
Odin. Okay. Names done.
I think I might want to call my guy Silas the Shrouded.
You guys can make as many titles as you want.
I'm gonna keep that down.
I will also possibly be giving you guys titles as you guys go through because you'll earn them from the people that you interact with.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
like Silas the Cursed, Silas the Beloved, Odin the Idiot. I don't know.
Well, I like Odin the idiot.
Silas the Stupid.
Odin
so stupid.
Odin the buffoon. Odin the drunken buffoon of Westeros.
under the Jester.
Odin the Tavern Champion.
Ooh.
Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to what I want.
Yeah.
Odin. Odin.
I'll always hate you for Tavern Champion because I have a history with one of my buddies being a DM and he made a Tavern Champion.
Oh, really?
Made my guy look like an idiot. But
Oh.
that's kind of why I want to give you that power so you can continue doing it.
Is
Yeah.
the Tavern Champion like just someone who just can outdrink everyone at the bar? Like
He's
Can
that
pick
guy
the most
who shows
bare-knuckle
up to
fights.
a bar who's like a pretty boy who like
Oh.
spends mom and dad's money to get cool stuff.
That's not what I'm. That's not what I want to do.
but like,
Odin
is
is not a
like
pretty boy.
silver tongued and like can kind of
Sure.
back up his tongue with actions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's very like a social combat style person.
I'm good with the social silver tongue
Okay.
thing, but I don't want to be like a pretty boy in this game.
Okay.
I want to be like I want my guy to walk in and everyone to just like oh Odin, like hey, and then like I sit down at like the
What up,
table and
man?
I go to town with beers. And I
So
buy
then now
drinks.
that we're talking with like, you know, your demeanor, your reason of why your personality, wow, that was kind of weird. The reason why you're exploring past personality, let's work on alignments. So everybody has a reason for exploring. What would be your character's reason to explore? Why did they leave home? Like Frodo Baggins wanted to return the ring to Mordor. You know what I mean?
So I think my guy is very he can't be in one area.
Okay.
So he's almost like not a rogue, but he's almost like a lone type wolf where he travels and he yeah. And he's really sad. But he's constantly on the move and he's
Okay.
just I don't know if he's adventurous
He's like a
per se.
nomad.
Yeah, he's not really. I wouldn't say he's not looking for adventure. He's just more like
Pathfinder, not looking for adventure. How does that work?
he's not like oh I must find the treasure. He's just like let's just go over here and see what happens. And
So he's more of like exploring. He's more of an explorer.
he's an explorer.
Okay.
Like he obviously the adventure is awesome. He
Yeah.
loves that.
Yeah.
But that's not what he does. He goes and he's looking to meet people and stuff. And if he happens to come across something, he's like, yeah, let's do it. He's always game for something.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a cool thing to make your character really pop out of a piece of paper is the alignment and your backstory to your character. So there's a couple tiers of alignment. Like, are you good? Are you lawful or evil? You know what I mean? Like what's your personal code?
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything from I follow the law, I do not attack first, I don't touch women or children, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
To, oh, there's 10 people in the city that are diseased. the population of the city is 50. I'm going to just annihilate the whole city to protect the rest of the plane from this plague. Kill everybody. Women, children, buildings are being built. Like this whole town is being annihilated. It's pretty chaotic evil. But you're doing something good in kind of a very, very, very bad way. You know what I mean?
I think I'm like chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Which is, can you explain that one a little bit?
You kind of have like your own personal code.
Okay. Yeah.
But like you're not going around like, hey, I don't like how he looked at me. You know what I mean? But like if somebody offers you money to do something, you'll still kind of like give it a thought, but like it depends on how much the money is, right? So you're not going to like kill somebody for like a copper piece, which is like a penny. But like think about it.
But I would if they piss me off.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he irritates me, he's done.
If he's done. Like being like racist and like picking on you because you're a dwarf, like you might snap a little bit. Yeah.
Nice. I wonder what like a racist dwarf term, like in Pathfinder, like what would you say to me that would be like I'd be like, how dare you? And I'd bear my cross or bear my axe. And my axe.
And my axe.
One of my characters was like it wasn't race, it was size. So if you were like a halfling, like you didn't mean as much. Like you weren't strong enough. My character was all about like size and like muscles and like how strong are you. So he thought like smaller people were like lesser people.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And it was kind of fun because I picked fights with people that were smaller than me, but were just as strong as I.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun. My DM loved it because he would make like barbarian dwarfs that could take on like giants. And just like mop the floor with me.
Just so much like
it was fun.
Yeah. That's cool.
So the idea of like alignment, like where your code is very important because like you're going to come into situations in anywhere, like even like in today's world, you come into situations where like my personal code is questioned here, right?
Yeah.
So having a personal code in a game also makes your character pop off the page.
Okay, so there's two I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of either chaotic neutral or lawful evil.
Lawful evil is so much fun.
I feel like that would be the one that I'm gonna like the most. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, how do I? Because I don't want to be perfect. I'm not perfectly good. Yeah. But I also have my own code where I'm not gonna attack children. I'm not gonna hurt children. I'm gonna like protect women and children. If like a woman though like does something bad to me and like if it's to that point, then
if you justify in your mind,
then I can kill her,
kill the woman.
But when it comes to a kid, there's like in my mind no chance unless the kid like summons something or turns into like this monstrous machine. Then I'll kill it. Yeah, sure.
Not 20. I kick the kid.
But if it's literally just like a little child, like I'm not gonna be like, you're dead. Like I'm not gonna kill the kid.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you know what? I'm just gonna say lawful evil. I'm gonna be lawful evil.
Lawful evil. So that would be like a Thanos.
Exactly.
He'd be lawful evil.
Yeah, lawful evil is Thanos.
Because he has his plans and he thinks that what he's doing is correct, but like he's obviously bad.
Slaughtering 50%
like, but I don't want
every population.
But the thing is, I don't want to be evil. I don't want to be killing people all the time. Like I want to be in my mind.
You want to be evil though. Like it's not like you like
I want to be evil.
You can't be like, oh, I want to be lawful evil and not do bad things. Like your character will be doing like choice things. Like you're gonna like, you know what I mean? Like
what do you think? Okay, so for me, I'm trying to think of like.
I feel like you almost want to be. I feel like you want to be like either chaotic or lawful or lawful neutral.
I want to be.
What it kind of feels.
I want to be liked in the game.
Yeah.
But I also want
still be liked and be evil. No one would just know.
So I could like that could be maybe.
Like a right.
There is something called detect evil.
Yes.
Oh really?
That's one of the.
But is neutral
your, like abilities, right?
Is neutral kind of like boring? Though?
Didn't you say that there was one that was like the worst? True neutral is the worst,
boring.
right?
Yeah. You're just like, I don't care about anything.
Yeah. You see what I mean though? Like I'm trying to find that balance, like chaotic neutral and lawful evil. I feel like there's that fine line there.
Chaotic neutral is okay. That's actually kind of where I like to go because that's like you have your own code.
Yeah.
So like no matter where you go, your code follows you.
Okay.
So like if someone, say a guard comes up and says, hey, it's a toll to pass through here, my person could be like, no, I'm going to walk through by myself and not give you a toll. But he could be asking it for a lawful reason, or he could be a corrupt guard just taking gold from civilians who don't know any better.
Okay, I'm going to be chaotic neutral. That's my thing. Okay. Because I don't want to be I don't want to be evil in this game. But can it change during the game?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So
Chaotic
there's the plus minus. So there's chaotic, there's neutral, and then there's lawful, right?
Okay.
Those are like the three main levels.
Yeah.
And then within each level, there's then 3 more tiers.
Okay.
Right? So you got like chaotic neutral, you got chaotic good, and you got chaotic evil.
Okay.
I want to be chaotic lawful.
Really?
Yeah. Because I want to be like, I
I mean,
want to
like
be doing good.
chaotic good?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, chaotic good. Sorry,
Yeah.
chaotic lawful. Chaotic good. Yeah, I want to be like,
Really?
I want to be the person that we're like, I am doing the right thing, like most of the time, but like,
But the right thing
I
could mean killing somebody.
yeah, but like, I wouldn't go about it like I would have no issues like just going up and like slitting someone's wrist like in a game.
Yeah.
You like, it's like, but I wouldn't be like, oh, like it's doing okay. Like I wouldn't care how I went about it. You know
Would
what
it be
I mean?
harder for him to flip to evil than me? Because I feel like with me, I'd be riding that line.
Chaotic neutral. He's only one step above you
So it could.
in morality.
So he could change. He could change.
You could both change.
Okay, this
Depends on
is sick.
what we experience in the game.
This is sick. This is sick. Okay.
Like, are you going to defend a city for no payment? You know what I mean? Like, would you guys stand and fight against unknown odds?
Yeah, I would. Depending on the
And
situation.
what's in it? But what's in it for you?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what I mean? So why would you would probably stay as Mike, but why would Odin, the tavern champion, shield blaster, something,
Maybe I could be like,
stand?
maybe I could be like, well, I met Ben in this tavern and I liked him because he was a good drinking buddy. He's like, fuck it, I'll just chill. I'll chill with you and help you out. Like that's my code.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Sure.
Why would Ben stay?
Not even just
Because
could even just start as something where like we don't know each other yet, and we both think that we're trying to like figure the other person out, and the other person might not be aware of
that's
it.
fun because then you guys can roll head to head
like that.
Like he can be stealthy, and you can try and like perceive him. You could try and lie to him, and he could roll to see if his character thinks you're like lying or not.
Yeah,
like that's fun.
I also want to get down how I want, because I definitely want to voice Silas, and I just don't know how I want to voice him just yet. I'm definitely gonna make him have like, I'm not gonna be talking like this. I'm definitely gonna make him have a voice. I just don't know.
Voices? Okay, cool.
Just don't know what I want to make him yet.
I'll try my best because like for me, like I can do voices, but it's just after a while sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want to talk normally.
No.
But like depending on how much talking there is in the game, that I'll probably do a voice.
But you could even do something where it's like it could be very like faint, or it could be very, what's the word I'm looking for, when it's not like in your face, it's very discreet. It could be a very discreet voice that you create.
Yeah.
Like it could be very could be something that you just kind of do off the cuff.
Like I could add like something to it, or like a mannerism to it or
Mhm.
something. Okay, yeah, sounds good. That sounds awesome.
So
Cool.
after figuring alignment out, backstories you can make, not right now. Sometimes they take hours or days to make.
Yeah.
Some people like write down like short stories on like how the character came to be where they are.
Yeah.
There are some like backstory generators if you guys are struggling, like writer's block and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's kind of fun. Like I got characters who are like, I take ideas from like Jungle Book, from where else have I taken ideas from? Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, just certain elements.
So
from it.
like my huntress born in nature is actually like a last surviving noble of a family that she has no idea that she's even connected to.
Okay.
She was raised in the jungle with her companions that she then uses in game, but she's actually like royalty.
But she has no idea.
Has no idea.
But
So that's like her.
But you do.
But
yeah,
because
he
you-
knows
because
her
you
backstory,
created the
but she needs to figure that out.
so the cool part is the DM can then, if he or she wants to, can add that into their story
Okay.
and screw with my character more.
Right.
Like that's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's really
And
personalizing
then
the
it's up
game to you.
for Nick, for his roles and who you talk to and what you experience, to see
Exactly.
how much of that she perceives or how much of that she learns or
Maybe
figures
there's
out.
suddenly like a guy in like gold-plated full plate walking down the street. He's asking people like, have you seen this person? Have you heard of this person?
Yeah.
And for some reason, like a symbol on his like shoulder plate clicks something in her head.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then like the
Because
quest,
then
then like
she-
the quest
Yeah,
appears
yeah.
above her head.
Then
like,
she's like, wait a minute, where's
why
this?
does that symbol
why does that
click something.
Why does that resemble something from my childhood?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And
this
then,
is cool,
or she
yeah.
could like look down at her bow that she like has had the whole time, and for some reason she's etched something like that into her bow or something. It's just like, right?
So we could ask you, like we could be asking you questions throughout. Like we could be going down a street or something, and like I see a sigil of something, and I ask you.
You can see a dude like carrying a flag.
Yeah.
You're like, I perceive this. Like, what
I
does
could
this
say-
flag look like? And then earlier on, you've written a story about like there's like a red flag with 3 turtles staggered one on top of the other.
And I could say, hey Nick, have I seen that before?
Yeah.
Or do I know what this is? Or am I able to like maybe communicate in a different like
Different
language, right?
language,
Maybe
you know what I
do I
mean?
know
Yeah.
do I know Draconic
Yeah.
language?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
So, but like that could like click something from your backstory. You can be like, hey, that means something to me. That's like a sigil for a house, or like that was the platoon that I fought with, or
Yeah.
those guys hunted my family. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can really dive into it.
You can make it like really your own character.
Sweet. Awesome.
Okay, that's cool.
So, another fun thing, which everybody leaves to the end. Well, I think everyone does. Weapons.
Okay, let's do weapons.
How do you want to kill people or fight? I don't care. You could use your fist for all I care. But
Oh, like how typically do you want to fight?
yeah,
Like
So,
a typical fight for you? Okay.
Your suit is already decked out.
Okay.
You're kind of stuck with it.
Okay.
Deal with it. What does your dwarf want to carry? And Bennett, the same thing. You've picked a class that needs a rapier.
Yeah.
But do you just want to carry a sword, or what else do you want to use? So this is kind of like the spit polish of finishing your character, because we got names, we got alignments, we got health, we have basic equipment, we got all your gear and stats. Now it's just finishing off your items and equipment. You guys can dick around if you guys want to do like bed rolls and rations and tents and water skins and all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
If you want
Well-
to, but like,
So for mine, what did you want me to figure out?
well, you have your rapier, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Did you want a ranged weapon?
I think it'd be really cool because I don't want to be like bogged down.
Like a crossbow.
Yeah, I think I would like a one-handed crossbow.
What if it was like attached to you? Like, you know, like it was attached to your arm?
Okay,
And, like-
Assassin's Creed.
And you could just be like instead of like having to pull it off, it's just always like with you. And you just go like this. Like Spider-Man, you know, you go like that and just shoots
And it just
arrows.
shoots automatically. I mean,
And like you'd have to load it. Like let's say it has like 5 in there all the time. And like you'd have your like
one. Do not
The
have a
DM
magazine on
the
a crossbow.
DM has spoken.
No.
the DM has spoken.
That idea shall not pass.
And shall not pass.
Okay,
Why is there a ball rug in here?
Gandalf.
Roll for initiative. Here's
Okay.
a surprise round, and that's a whip first. So, Ben, what's your CMD? Yeah, that's a natural 1. So he whips himself.
He whips and web with natural 1. That's a nice. Oh, this is a nice die.
If you can read it.
I can, but it's like really. Yeah, it's weird.
So ranged weapon.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow, we get sidetracked really.
I know, but that's what makes it fun.
Yep.
Do you know we've already got almost an hour and a half's worth of content?
No way.
Yes way.
way.
Yeah.
It's honestly like it's crazy how quickly this stuff
Oh,
can
you can get
take
lost in this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, I want a I just want a one-handed crossbow.
Okay.
I don't want one where it's like a mole, like kind of doing
No.
the whole pull back the drawstring or whatever. I want a one-handed crossbow.
Okay.
So that if I have to, I can be like shooting a guy at a distance while at the same time fending someone off with like my rapier, that kind of thing.
Maybe not as well, but yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
My guy wouldn't be able to do as well, but that's what I want.
Okay.
You wanted me to pick my like tail weapon though too, because my guy gets a tail weapon. Does he
Yes.
not?
Your character does. Your race gives you a tail weapon.
Okay. So
And I'm not sure if you had finalized on which one you wanted yet. I would suggest the pokey one.
yeah, the razored one.
The razor.
That's the one where I get 19 to 20.
And
times 2 is a
piercing
crit.
damage, right? In damage type, there's a P.
That's slashing. The spiked one is piercing.
Okay, you want spiked.
Do I want spiked?
You want spiked.
Okay, let's go with the spiked
Because
tail.
that is pretty much you're holding a rapier, but on your tail.
Okay. So a
and
spiked
that's what
tail
your
attachment.
character is built around.
Ben has a tail. Jesus.
My guy's got a tail.
How long
So
is it? Is it like really long?
It can like hold a weapon and attack people with it.
So you have like 3 arms. How many arms do you have? Just 2?
got the 2, and then my
that you
tail
know
is,
of.
is a weapon.
Nick just said you have 2 arms that you know of. So you might have like 20 arms plus a tail.
Just wake up one morning with a third arm, like.
There are classes that you can like create like a mutagen that like helps you grow limbs.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
Or there are like races, like advanced races that have like 4 arms.
Jesus. Like Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
So just for fun, like imagine like a 4-armed creature holding 2 longbows
Jesus.
and just like Gatling gun arrows at you.
Oh my
They
god.
probably wouldn't hit very well, but
Be very inaccurate, but
when you
they'd
have
be
a
pretty-
shotgun, it doesn't really matter how your aim is.
Spray.
Okay,
That is
so
sick.
that's a piercing.
Yep. And then because you said I get like equipment too, right?
Yeah. Do you have
So-
equipment ideas?
So the one I wanted to do that I've been looking at is called, and I want to read this for people because it's really cool. So it's called Blinding Cinders. So this jagged bit of dusty red coal allows a kobold, which is my character, to breathe a 30-foot line of coarse cinders. The breath weapon deals 1d6 points of fire damage and blinds creatures in the area for 1 round. A creature that succeeds at a DC 15 reflex saving throw takes half damage and is not blinded. So my guy can literally grab a piece of this red coal, chew it up, swallow it, and then he's, for however many rounds, he can basically breathe not so much breathing fire. He's breathing these like coarse cinders. So like you can tell that there's something more to this guy than just like a lizard kind of thing. So that's going to be like my choice for that.
That's cool. See, it's a little bit more in depth, right? It's not like a really cool like tactical nuke thing, but
Yeah.
like it's something small that can probably get you out of a situation, make
Yep.
make a situation even better, kind of thing.
It's
right?
like a Swiss Army knife almost kind of.
Yeah,
Like you can use it and it's like helpful. Like really helpful.
I know.
and even then, like it's a cloud of cinders, right? Or of like chalk or something.
yeah,
So you could even like create that as like, say you're going down a hallway, you don't want people to chase you. You could do that, and it would cause like a cloud for a round or 2. So then, like, do people want to go through it? Do they not want to go through it? You know what I mean? So it can really be used, as you said, like a Swiss Army knife in many different ways. Is there any other equipment that you had in mind? That can always change.
Well, I don't think so. I think that's good for now.
Okay.
And then because the tail attachment was another.
It's pretty much another weapon, which
Equipment.
is pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So the last thing, because there's also draconic breath.
Yeah.
So do I
you
get
wanted
that?
a breath weapon?
Do I get that as well as the cinder thing? That's
Yes.
like my equipment.
Yeah. So the cinder thing
Yeah.
is you eating a piece of coal. Your breath weapon is just you channeling your inner bloodline.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I want to do where is it here?
Now,
As a kobold?
as a kobold dragon, he's
Okay.
kind of mixed. He's taking.
Jesus.
It's pretty cool because I've kind of mixed the positives and negatives.
Yeah.
So he's not like overpowered with his race.
Okay.
So it's kind of like balanced out a little bit, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna do the White Sue one, where so draconic breath is you possess draconic defenses and a breath weapon. So there's 5 of them. So the 5th one is called White, and it's you breathe a 15-foot cone of cold that deals 2d6 points of cold damage. So I will be white, and then we'll also have like white scales.
So you have some white scales.
Yeah. So I'm not like the typical fire one.
Yeah.
So like that's why in my opinion, like my backstory is like I need to eat like those
The
coals in order
coals
to do the whole
actually-
fire thing
yeah.
because my guy's not
See, we're
Yeah.
making freaking connections and deep details already.
excited.
Pretty sick. Okay,
That's
Mike.
that's my guy.
Cool.
Yeah, you're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
I just got to punch in the numbers and send you guys the sheets, and Ben's character is ready to fight/die.
Sweet.
Mike,
Hopefully not fast.
your weapons. Does your character, like your mini, want to hold a shield and an axe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
or do you want to hold 2 weapons and be really bad at using them?
Okay.
Do you want to be kind of good at holding 1 weapon? What do you picture? Like, this is all about you.
Okay.
Obviously, your main thing is the summoning and the suit.
okay. And I have the Gatling gun.
With the suit,
That comes with the suit.
that comes
So
with the suit.
as the dwarf, I need to pick my weapon.
Yes.
Okay. So
Or
do I-
you can carry nothing and just punch people.
because initially you were like, "Oh, I have that 2-handed greatsword," but that was just like hypothetically. So
That's with the suit. The
That's
suit
what the
has a
suit
sword
too?
and a gun.
What?
Yeah.
It's got both? Jesus. Okay. So now I pick
And
my
I have
own.
a lot. I have so much
Jesus.
stuff.
Well,
Oh my
if you guys
God.
think about it, you guys are level 13.
Yeah.
I know it's high for like newbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for this summoner to work, you would have to be level 13.
Okay.
And obviously this is for shits and kicks, right? So like why not have fun and be a little
Yeah.
higher level,
Overpowered.
right? Well, you're overpowered, but I could also bring the world up to match
Sure.
you guys, right?
Well, here's my question. Let's
Okay.
say I go.
Hit me.
Let's say I go.
But don't actually hit me.
Okay. Let's say I go one-handed axe and a shield.
Perfect.
Will that be awkward with the
Nope.
suit? Like, would I have to like get rid of them to use the suit, or can I store them somehow?
Let's just say they meld into it with it. So you're actually like holding the axe in one hand and the shield in the other inside the suit.
And it doesn't like having those two
It
like.
will not affect any rolls or anything.
So if I do that, it'll be like balanced.
Yeah.
But if I do like a double-handed axe or double-handed sword, it'd be more attack, less defense.
Yeah, I guess so. You could do that, or you could just say you put them away while you get in, right? Like it's you get like 2 actions per turn.
Okay.
So you could say like I put it away and then I run to my suit and I connect with it.
I will go one-handed axe, one-handed axe and a shield. I'll do that.
Sweet.
Okay. So the cool part is to go with the dwarf. Dwarves are good or proficient with anything dwarvish. So I could just call it a dwarvish hand axe, and you're good with it.
Sweet, done.
This is already like better at.
That doesn't sound
He's
so cool.
he's
That
really
doesn't
good at
sound
holding
sick.
it already. So dwarvish hand axe.
And I want the shield to be like something I made when I was like from my past, like I've had since I was a kid.
I like that.
Me and my like father or something like made it, and
Okay,
then my father died in like a war,
For me, it has,
And I still have it.
some
And
stains
it-
of blood on it.
and it's
already.
like just ripped apart, and like maybe on the inside, like maybe like my dad's like insignia is like
that's
on there
sick.
that he put on like from like
That shield is definitely getting stolen, and there definitely is a session of you getting a shield back.
yes,
That's happening right now.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
I've got some ideas already.
Okay.
Cool. So the characters are done.
Pretty much you're ready to go. Yeah. You
Oh.
just need to pick some more spells.
I was gonna say, yeah.
which
What are his like? I think we both kind of need to do.
You don't get spells then.
What?
You're not magical at all.
My character seems like really OP.
podcast episode is over.
Nick, go home.
Tune
Okay.
in for another episode of the Side of Ranch podcast with Nick and Mike.
And it's over.
And Ben will no longer be a part of the show.
Bye.
Back. Fuck. Nick's like, why am I here? Have another juju.
Is it time to go?
Okay.
Or
Okay.
No, so Mike has spells
Jesus.
such as like glitter dust. You create a cloud of like pixie dust that appears around you in a 20-foot radius
Okay.
that just falls and blinds people inside that circle
Okay.
that don't have their eyes closed.
Okay.
You have spells like levitate, invisibility. Like you have
What?
a bunch of like Swiss Army knife
Are
spells.
these part of me already?
These are part of you already.
What?
Yeah. So, question: as a summoner, you can pick create pit, glide,
Glide?
or you can give your eidolon, which is your suit of
Summon.
armor,
Yeah.
a evolution. He can grow something or have a better something. So, out of those 3 options,
So I have to pick one of those 3.
yes,
So I just pick one?
one of the 3.
So create pit. What's create pit? Like a pit just appears and I can throw people in it? That sounds
creates-
really cool.
Okay, so hold on. So I don't have all of these memorized yet because that would be absolutely
Okay,
donkey.
I can tell you right now, I don't want to add to the Eidolon because I feel like it's already OP and it's going to take me 10 turns to do it. As sick as it would be, I don't need that anymore OP. I'm okay
Okay.
with that. I'm really interested in glide and pit.
Glide is pretty sick. You you glide 60 feet. Your
It-
movement is 60 feet, and you don't take fall damage.
So I'm like flying.
oh, cool.
You don't fly. You glide. So if you're in a high elevation and you're falling,
Oh.
you cast glide,
So I don't
so
like.
you don't die.
Oh.
Create pit.
Is it like an endless pit?
You create a 10 foot by 10 foot extra dimensional hole with a depth of 10 feet per caster level. So it's level 2, so it's 20-foot pit. You must create the pit in a horizontal surface of sufficient size. Since it extends into another dimension, the pit has no weight and does not
otherwise displace the original underlying material.
So what does that mean?
Any creature standing in the area when you first conjure the pit must make a reflex save throw to jump to safety in the nearest open space. The creatures who fall into the pit take falling damage as normal. The pit
Oh, they just take
have
so they don't
stone
die.
walls. Yeah, pretty much.
They take falling damage, which is good. Like, is that quite a bit?
Yes.
I think how far it is, like maybe like Nick has it where an animal or something we're fighting like breaks their leg down there or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
And it's
after
an
you
extra
cause your pit,
dimensional pit.
Wait, but-
I chew up my coal and
Are-
I just burn them inside.
So Ben's a half dragon. Does that mean he can fly?
I can't
Okay.
fly.
Okay, I've already made a decision. I'm doing the pit.
The pit?
It just sounds sick. I want to create pits like randomly.
It's
How long?
really
How
cool.
many turns does it take to cast it? Don't say like 30. Please say like.
Just added.
Please say like max like 3 or 4.
It might be just a standard action, man.
That'd be sick. If it's a standard action, I'm totes doing pit.
Totes
Casting
pit.
time, 1 standard action.
Pit. Done. Wait, can I use it like? Is it only like 1 time per game, or like can I continue using it?
It is a 2nd level spell. So known that you can cast a 2nd level spell 5 times per day.
Oh hell yeah, pit. Okay, I'm pit boy.
Yeah, you are.
Odin the pit boy.
Okay, Odin the Pit Boy. You can pick 2 out of this list. Okay. So Aqueous Orb creates a rolling sphere of water. Probably a pretty big, like
Okay.
10-foot size.
So are these all like just standard actions? So they just
Possibly.
okay.
You can make your Eidolon again evolve, but you said you didn't
I don't want to do
wanna
that one.
so it's
I
fine.
want to do that one.
Seek Thoughts. Detect creatures in the area thinking about something.
Okay.
I think I need to read that a little bit more. And then Spiked Pit.
So Aqueous, I can pick 2.
You can pick 2.
So Aqueous Globe. Does that one I just throw at something?
Let's see. Aqueous Orb. Again, I am not a bookworm.
Okay,
so
because I want to find out what this
That
is.
actually sounds really cool.
And if this is something I want, I already know exactly which one I'm picking. Because
find it.
Gosh, Aqueous Orb.
Aqueous Orb.
It takes 1 standard action to cast. You can make the ball appear plus 10 feet per level. Jesus. It's a 10-foot diameter. Jeez.
Okay.
Hold that thought, Nick. Do you guys remember in Harry Potter in the 5th one where Voldemort is fighting Dumbledore and they're fighting like in those circles?
Yeah.
That's how I picture it.
Oh yeah, they're like
They're like fighting in like circles. I'm like, why do you guys just fight on the ground?
That's weird.
Sorry, sidetrack.
It's okay if it happens again. Hot,
Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa. Not
Yeah.
Leviosa.
It's Leviosa. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Do you
I
need
got
a polyjuice potion, or
I need
is there hair?
I need a chocolate frog.
I have some
Okay.
cinders for you.
Honestly, if you keep that up, you're going in a pit.
Spiked or not?
Okay, you know what, Nick? So what is this? What is this globe? It just
You
appears.
create a rolling sphere of churning water that can engulf those it strikes. The Aqueous Orb can move up to 30 feet per round, rolling over barriers less than 10 feet tall. It automatically quenches any non-magical fire and functions as dispel magic against magical fires as long as those fires are size large or less. Any creature in the path of the orb takes 2d6 points of non-lethal damage. Excuse me.
It's too much.
Or a reflex save for half.
No. Okay, I've already got my decision made.
Okay, what do you got?
I want deep thoughts, and I want
You mean Seek Thoughts?
I want seek thoughts.
I want my deep thoughts.
I
baby.
want-
He casts a spell. He opens the door. He's sitting in the corner, doing like
I
a thinker
wonder what
pose.
the meaning of life is. Mike, are you okay? I mean, Odin.
I cast existential crisis.
Nobody's saying anything.
God.
Let nobody say anything now.
No, I smile because I like it. Even if the whole world thought that was embarrassing, I'm laughing at it.
I'm not embarrassed by it. I think it's hilarious.
Sure.
And Spiked Pit. Are those your two?
I picked Spike Pit and Deep Thoughts.
We just have to call it deep thoughts from now on.
So what's it called again? Seriously, what's it called? Not Deep Thoughts, but
Seek Thoughts.
Seek Thoughts and Spiked Pit.
Yeah.
Because Seek Thoughts to me, I feel like would be a sick one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can use that to my advantage. But it could be anyone. So it could be Ben or like a bad guy, or but I won't know who it is.
So let me actually read what it actually does, and then you can actually think about what it actually.
Like I can deep think about it. I can have deep thoughts
I
about
can't.
Seek
I can't
Thoughts.
get the picture out of my head.
I'm having deep
him
thoughts about
walking.
Seek Thoughts. I'm seeking the thoughts.
Ooh.
THOTS. I'm seeking thoughts.
I actually found that very funny. Well done. I appreciate your humor. Thank you.
Bye. Mike
And
just
that's
closed the door.
episode.
Similar to detect thoughts, seek thoughts allows you to sift through the surface thoughts of those around you. You may scan for either the answer to a simple question, such as where is the hidden lair of the were-rats?
The
or for
were-rats.
information on general topics, such as beliefs of any evil cult.
Done. Deep
You
thoughts.
detect
Seek
you
thoughts.
detect the number of creatures that are around you. So pretty much
It's
Amazing.
like a pulse of people's brains.
So it's like a heartbeat sensor in COD.
but for you,
But for my brain.
Yeah.
Done.
you might not know exactly where they are, but you know they're in this general direction.
Yeah.
You know how like sonar on like a fish finder pops
Yeah,
out every 10
yeah.
seconds? It's almost like every time you do it, you just get like a whole bunch of information thrown your way. Oops. That's sick.
But could you imagine having to go through that information and fight at the same time?
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm down. Seek Thoughts. Spike Pit. Pit Boy.
So you
Pit
can
boy, baby.
either purified calling, which completely heals your Eidolon, probably from like a status.
Wait,
effect
is
or
this like a
something.
separate one now?
We're on to level 4 spells. You get 2 more choices, and then your
Jesus.
character is done.
Holy shit. I'm so OP. I think I am. Anyway, watch me like get destroyed.
I'm really jealous that you get spells and I don't.
Yeah, but your character, just watch. Your character's got a effing dom.
Can my character will my character be able to like maybe learn something or know something to do? Perhaps.
Via spells?
Yeah.
If you wanted to dive into spells, we could like cross class you after you level up if you want.
Okay, sure. That can be
Or
figured out
you
later.
could just buy magical items that do cool shit when you hit people with them.
Why does that sound sick? Cross clash. Is that what you said?
Cross
Cross
class.
class.
Change.
Cross
Mixing
class.
classes.
So mixing classes.
Yeah, but how sick is that? So
And
you're
broken.
So it's gonna be like inbred. You're gonna be an inbred.
Again,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
my experiences, I've made I believe it's a hunter, wizard, arcane archer.
Jesus.
So she operates with animals and a bow.
Okay.
She learns some really cool, like non-realistic spells, and then she combines the two by putting spells on her arrows and then shoots you with them.
Jesus.
Don't get hit by her arrows.
Oh, you will, don't you worry.
Oh, she's gonna be in it.
Oh,
Don't
she'll
tell
be-
us.
Who?
Keep that secret. Yeah, who are you talking
what?
about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know who you're. I don't know.
Okay,
who,
cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
who you are. Nick, sorry.
So you got
Oh, shit.
Acid Pit and
Acid Pit. Another pit.
Another pit.
I gotta pick 2. This is for my Eidolon.
Dumping all
This is
your
for you.
enemies into a vat
You're just
of
gonna be the
acid.
pit boy.
Pit boy.
It's gonna be Pig Pit. He's some pit of pigs.
Yeah, just a bunch of things. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want you to tell me what they do. I'm just gonna pick 2 and I'm gonna roll with it because I'm excited about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hear the names of it. Give me like the general idea of what it is.
Well, you don't want the evolutions.
I don't want evolutions. No.
Okay. So the Acid Pit, you got Purified Calling or Transmegaphory. Wow, I definitely butchered that.
So is there like a general description of what
Yeah.
Transmegaphoria is? Okay, what's that?
Change your Eidolon to evolutions. So you can use the amount of points that you use to build him and change it. So he could go from like a large or a huge sized creature into like a smaller, flies faster,
On
has
what-
more damage reduction.
On a permanent basis?
Let's see.
Or what would that be? Like a companion that he would have?
Yeah, so his Eidolon, he could like Pokemon.
Yeah.
So imagine turning a Blastoise
Okay.
into a Squirtle.
Okay.
Like that is my assumption of the
But it still retain all the same.
trying to make it more feel.
I don't speak English.
That's okay.
Your Eidolon's form shifts and transforms. The spell allows you to change any of your Eidolon's evolutions by allocating its evolutionary pool on new evolutions. So I've already done that for you. If you have questions about that, we can go through that.
Okay.
But pretty much all the points are into him being gigantic.
Okay.
That's all I did, which is fucking fantastic. If you have the aspect or greater aspect ability, this spell also allows you to change the evolution points spent to modify you. Oh, that's cool.
But we're not talking about his suit. Are we talking about something that he had? Like he has a companion that he has to pick now?
Or is this
If-
like
if he
no,
does
I think he's
this.
talking about the suit.
The suit.
You change how your suit is then built.
So
Hmm.
right now I'm into the suit. I'm like a mech warrior.
Yes.
But I can have it set up so it's like a companion.
It's smaller and can do different stuff.
And like I'm not in it. Like I'm
Exactly.
fighting but I also have this another guy fighting with me.
You could, yeah, but you're better fighting together than you are.
So we'd rather morph.
Interesting.
So it's better to morph together.
Because when you morph, you get your mental stats, but you get the physical stats of your Eidolon.
Okay, well then in that case, I don't want to do transmega, whatever
Okay.
that is. So I have the other two options. and I
So Purify Calling, which you heal your Eidolon probably from a status effect, like
Done.
burning,
Oh, that's cool.
and then Acid Pit.
got, okay,
Other
yeah.
option.
Those are both sick.
I'll take both. I'll take both of those.
Cool.
Acid Pit and Spiked Pit.
You're just gonna be summoning pits all over the place.
I'm literally gonna be Pit Boy. Odin the Pit Boy.
I'm just gonna be my guy's gonna be walking. Like, let's say this is my voice for Silas. I just like, oh, he's got the pits everywhere again. Damn it.
He's in the pits. What do you mean? He's in the pits. Literally, he's in multiple pits. There's an acid one and a spiked one.
There's that. The acid and spiked. Take your pit.
Take your pit of my pits. Well, the cool part is like, so that those pit spells,
Yeah.
like you could be on, let's say, like if a boat, it's not capsized. What if a boat goes halfway over? What's
Like
that called?
submerged or whatever.
No, instead of being straight up and down,
Yeah.
it just the mass just hits the water and doesn't fully capsize.
I don't know the word for
Okay,
it.
so you're halfway there, 90 degrees on the water, and the sail is still above water.
Okay.
You could cast pit on the sail, and that pit would appear because technically it doesn't affect the material underneath it, right?
Okay.
You could make a pit appear on the side of a boat. Like you can make a pit appear on like paper.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the cool part of the spell.
Can you make it a summon it like anywhere?
On like
But
the side of like
what-
a
but-
sailboat.
But would Spiked Pit affect the sailboat negatively?
No.
Really?
It doesn't affect the material around it.
Okay, done. Let's do
So
that.
like imagine like a dragon is fighting your boat and you can somehow drag the dragon into the sail. You put a spike pit on the side of the sail, you drag the dragon face first into the spike pit, and now he's dealing with getting out of a spike pit.
Okay, yeah, that sounds sick. So I can just
So
put it
cool.
anywhere.
So cool stuff like that.
So I can put
right?
it like in the air. I put Spike Pit in the air. It
I'm
has to be
not sure
attached
what-
to something.
It has to be attached to something, but
Okay.
it doesn't affect the material,
That sounds so sick. Okay, cool. I'm game.
I think.
That sounds amazing.
So you are a Swiss Army knife summoner who has a badass mech
Okay.
that you punch stuff in the face. You, sir, are a Three Musketeer, half dragon, half
Jesus.
cave-dwelling kobold
So cool.
who hits first and asks questions later.
Can
Pretty
Ben,
much.
Can Ben have like a really long cape that's like really like
He can do
wrapped
whatever the
in
fuck he
disheveled?
wants. He's not your character. Shut up. No, I'm
Bro,
kidding.
can you
My
please-
guy ain't having a cape.
Come on, have a
No,
cape.
No, I've done the cape thing before. My guy wouldn't have a cape. Just trust me.
Why?
He would.
Imagine-
that guy would be more likely to have like a robe.
Imagine like jumping and like the cape like in the air and like having like a big insignia on the back.
You could have your dwarf have like an oversized cape.
My dwarf's gonna have a cape that like he trips over a lot. Like he trips over sometimes. People make fun of him, and then he's like, "You just you wait," and he'll keep tripping. Like
Every time you roll an acrobatics check, you have to roll reflex save not to trip, and then you can roll a skill check.
That's awesome.
And speaking of segues, I'm really bad at this. You guys do have skills to pick. So what do you want your characters to be good at? Like you're talking about like a job earlier,
a job.
like a profession. Then do you want to be like acrobatic? Do you want to be good at lying? Like, do you want to be good at intimidation,
Okay.
knowledges, linguistics?
I can tell you what I want to be good at. I
Okay.
already know. I want to be good at getting out of situations without using. It's okay. So my character is gonna look like someone you wouldn't want to fuck with. Obviously, he's like this massive, small statured dwarf, but he looks terrifying.
Yeah,
that can summon mechs, but he also would prefer to like talk to you.
Would you intimidate people?
No,
If needed. Okay, so it's
But-
not like a go-to thing.
No.
It's in your back pocket.
I would prefer to like talk my way out of situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like knowledges? When it comes to like your character, would you want to know about like religion, dungeons, engineering, like local, like be able to go into a city and just kind of know how this city operates, nature, nobility, like any kind of knowledge is in this game, and I can throw it to you at any moment.
I want to have like street smarts too.
So local,
Yeah, I want to be able to like if need be, like be able to like handle my way around like most social situations and be okay with it. And kind of know what to do in like a city and stuff.
What about you, Benny?
I want to be I want the ability to be intimidating if I have to be, and I want kind of like Mike's, where I want to be able to be like sharp-witted and be able to convince someone and manipulate someone to give me what they want just by me talking.
You want to be manipulative?
Yeah.
Your class, you have a deed that is, I forget what it's called, but if you connect with a hit, you're allowed to intimidate your target. So no joke, like your hit is like you putting your sword like through his cheek and like cutting his cheek, and then you're gonna be like, "What are you gonna do now?"
And I'm like holding it there.
Yeah,
like
you
a
could be
clap,
like holding his cheek or like pinning his cheek to a wall beside him, and
Like
you're
a
just
Glasgow
standing there.
smile.
Yeah,
Ooh.
maybe like, don't we do the same thing to the other cheek?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want to look like the Joker? Like that could be your character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Do I want to make you look like a Pathfinder jester?
we're looking at Pathfinder gesture.
Have you seen The Dark Knight?
So
And I think-
intimidation is already in your class in combat,
Yeah.
but it would also be cool out of combat to have an intimidation factor.
Yeah.
So that's wicked. I am assuming you want to be like a stealthy. That's a part of your thing. So
Yeah.
stealth is going to be huge.
I think I'd like to know my way around cities. I think
Okay.
I'd like to know the history of places that I've been at before.
History
would
is a
like,
good one.
I would like to have already been like well traveled.
You may be old because you're a dragon, but that's okay.
I'll be older. I'm okay with that. And I want to be like well traveled so that like if we had to try to find our way to get to some place,
Yeah.
that I already knew kind of places where to go. So hopefully that would be more favorable in our circumstances because I've been around before.
Like you're well traveled.
Yeah.
So you have the knowledge in up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even if he hasn't been to a village before, he still can kind of understand how it operates just by walking in and experiencing what he sees.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Cool. So now it's just a little bit of number crunching and we're fucking flying.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So that's it.
Yeah. So one thing I want you guys to know is that the way I have experienced great campaigns is like every video game, there is a prologue / training session where you learn how your character works, you learn how the game works, you learn how the DM and the players will interact. And that's like a couple sessions. And then boom, something hits the fan or something blows up or something changes the scenery from point A to the actual start of your game.
Right.
So that's what I'm planning on doing, just for you guys to get a hold of like how your character operates, how you guys want to role play, all that kind of fun stuff. And then that can pretty much end at a snap of a hat.
Okay.
And then we can start kicking ass and taking names.
Sounds amazing.
Incredible.
All right. Have that ready for next time.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I guess that was a wicked episode. So we basically created our own characters,
Our
and
characters are created.
campaigns about to start. Nick, thank you.
No problem.
That was
I'm
fun.
pumped.
That was actually way better than anything I could have imagined. Like we literally, and it was easy. You broke it down for us in a way that now I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, I don't know what this means." It's like, no, you broke everything down really easily. You've obviously played this a lot, and you have the knowledge, and you made it simple for us. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Okay. Well, until next time where we do our campaign. That was exciting. I'm pumped.
Yeah, me too.
So we're starting tonight, right?
In exactly 1 hour, we'll be playing right till 9 p.m.
Yeah. I'm actually just not going to leave here. I'm not going to shower. I'm going to go to the bathroom in my seat.
We don't have wives anymore.
No.
And
No.
we're just going to.
Oh yeah, we're all married. How weird is that?
No wives and no lives.
All wives, no lives. Rings in the mirror, everybody. Yeah. What if all of a sudden like a mech gets summoned, like right there, and we didn't realize it? Like these 3 rings were forged like 10 years ago in some random cave, and like they just happened to all connect. They're like, oh, brothers and sisters, and this mech appears. What would you do?
Well, I can stop you right there. Mine was built in Europe from old World War I machines.
But what if mine was taken from a World War I machine inside, and it was like melted gold? And Ben's, what's yours? What metal is yours?
Tungsten carbide.
So what if tungsten carbide like formulated the tires of it or something? And what if they all came from the same machine and they all came together?
What if this and what if that? What if this and what if that?
What if it resurrected in old World War II?
What if Pokemon were real?
Whoa!
That no one
I
ever
never
was.
was.
Ba, ba, ba.
To catch them is my real test.
Okay.
To train them is my cause. I will
Pokemon.
travel across the land. Searching far and wide, Pokemon to understand. It's the power that's inside.
I'll bet you in the averages of our episodes that when we said, okay, thanks so much, everyone, that I bet you there's an average of at least 2 minutes after we say we're done.
Yeah.
That like it is. I bet you there's an average of 2 minutes per like, okay, thanks guys.
I bet you
for
it's
wrapping
more
up.
than that.
Like it's kind of sad in a way.
Yeah, but it's fun. It makes it fun.
Yeah.
If you just end it like, okay, we're done, it's not as endearing.
We're gonna have a massive chat about this afterwards, and there might have to be some draconic breath being thrown your way.
Hold it.
Cuts. Okay. I know it's when my time to leave. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye, Nick. We love you. Pokemon! Thanks again to all of you crusts and tendies for tuning in to another episode of the Side of Ranch podcast. If you want to reach us on our socials, you can on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you listen to podcasts. And you can leave us a voice message on Anchor. This helps us to chat directly with you guys and to continue to build a supportive community.
Thanks again for dipping into a Side of Ranch. I'm Mike.
And I'm Ben.